Hey y'all, welcome back to the Late Night Vision Show. My name is Jason. I'm the owner of Outdoor Legacy. And as always, I've got my co-host, the executive producer, as his official title is, of the Late Night Vision Show, Mr. Hans from the big town of Ben Wheeler, Texas. What is going on tonight, Hans?
It's about time I start getting the respect that I'm rightfully due. Thank you, Jason. Thanks for that awesome intro.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
yeah.
It is, it's good to be back again this week, episode 157, the Late Night Vision Show, where you hear all the breaking news in night vision and thermal optics. Talk about hog hunting, coyote hunting. You can find it on iTunes, YouTube, Google Play. If you are listening right now, you've already found it, so none of this makes any sense to you. But we always put that out there so we can always have more people come on board. When this show, Jason, as you know, has continued to grow like crazy. And we are getting into, in the hunting industry, especially with the night hunting industry, thermal and night vision optics, we are getting into the slower time of year. Now, when I say slower time of year, there's still a lot of thermal scopes that are coming in and going out. But the call volume does decrease a little bit, which we're thankful for all the calls that we get. But to have a little bit of a slowdown is a little bit nice, especially for Jason, who takes the vast majority of the customer's phone calls, along with our great Michaela and others on the team that are helping out right now, Arlen. So I'll give them a shout out. But there's a little bit of a slowdown right now. And there's probably a lot of people wondering what time of year is a good time to buy a scope. And I'm going to say it's right now. Now and moving into the summertime is the best time to buy and be in the market for a night vision or thermal scope, because people are focused on things other than night hunting, chasing this time of year. So Tell us a little bit about, if you can, I mean, obviously this is the beginning of May 2021. What do we got? What do we got coming in? What do we got going out?
So,
I mean,
we did a whole show one time. Yeah, we did a whole show one time, I think, called, when's the best time to buy a thermal or night vision optic? And I think our answer was now, whenever now is. But but seriously, this industry is cyclical. It runs in cycles. That's very normal. Even in extremely busy years. We just came off of the busiest 15 months that this industry has ever seen. And it's just continued to grow and grow. More and more night vision and thermal optics are sold every year than in the year before. Eventually that's going to level off somewhere. Don't know when or where. Could be this year. We just don't know. But last year was crazy busy with all the stuff going on, the pandemic and everything, and people sitting at home, people not going on vacation. So, and then the supply being lower. So it's really just kind of a mess for inventory all year. We're still actually seeing some of that now. We are seeing a lot of the manufacturers are getting more caught up. So and so back to kind of the cycles. I mean, normal year, and even last year, as crazy as it was, it still runs in the cycles of things start ramping up in September, October, and then November, December, January, and really kind of even into February are just slammed. But I mean, it's just, you're peaking around that, New Year, second week of January, somewhere in there. And then it stays pretty steady again the rest of January, February, and then it just starts sliding down. Well, what happens is up north, a lot of the coyote seasons go out in March or around then. And so guys aren't hunting as much up north. A lot of guys aren't hunting at all. And then down here in the south, what we run into is deer season is over. So a lot of guys are hunting in, I'll say deer season's over. In Texas, it's over in December. I know some of the states go on into January, but deer season starts going away. So guys are still out there hunting, but then when it starts warming up, people are thinking about other stuff. Fishing, kids are playing ball, kids are getting out of school, vacation, spring break, all that kind of stuff. So
it's too hot. It's too hot.
Too hot.
Too many mosquitoes.
That's right. Yeah. Once it gets, you get into that May, June, July, August, it's only the people that are out there hunting in the South are the dedicated guys at that point.
Snakes, lots of snakes.
Yeah, lots of snakes. I'm talking about snakes. So anyway, with that said, we're definitely at this point barely starting to see a little bit of that slowdown, which is, honestly, it is welcomed. Every industry needs their ups and their downs. So we'll move into the slow time into the summer. We'll see, how slow it is and what it really looks like. But there is inventory coming back in stock for some of this stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, this is going to surprise some people. Granted, anything can change. But right now, we're can't even talk. We are still seeing on, like, just for instance, some of the more popular Pulsar units. Pulsar is not taking more dealer orders on, 2 or 3 of their most popular units. Don't worry, that's nothing new. This has been going on for 2 or 3 months, and you may or may not have known about it. But what it means is that if dealers don't have those orders already in the system, they can't put more orders in for them. They've cut it off, and so all of us are just working off those back orders, and some dealers are going to get to the point, they might have only had 7 or 8 orders in for one scope. They may get those, and they're just going to be done. Yeah. There's going to be others of us that may have 40, 50, 60 waiting on those scopes. We may never get all those this year. Right. The point I'm making is that some of those scopes, if the supply stays exactly like it is today, just to fill current back orders could still be 4 months or more. So the thing is I'm telling people, listen, you got some time if you're thinking about buying something before the fall, but you need to be checking back in by June 1st. You need to be seeing where things are at, because if we're looking at a 3 to 4 month wait time, you're going to want to go ahead and get on that list. I understand that if you don't need something before November, why buy it today? Why buy it, let it sit on the shelf for 6 months? I completely understand that. But, I talked to a guy that's a coyote hunter, and he's looking at buying his first thermal, but he's thinking ahead. He said, listen, I'm going to start hunting in October, but I want 2 full months of having this on my rifle, get my load calibrated exactly what I want for my rifle. I want to be shooting steel. I want to be practicing at night he's like, I'm ready. He's serious about it. So he's going to go ahead and try to make sure that he gets the scope that he needs, back in June or July. So anyway, just need to be thinking about that, thinking ahead. Don't wait to the last minute and say, I'm going to go buy a scope in, October, November, whatever that is, and be surprised you may not get one. So anyway, there is a lot of stuff coming back in stock, some of it for the first time. Bearing Optics has done very well, catching up. They had some huge back orders on those Hogster scopes. They have come back around. Hogsters are in stock right now for the most part. AGM, we've had some big back order delays on the Taipan monoculars and their new Rattler scopes. Those Taipans are all in stock. Rattlers, by the time this airs, will be in stock. We've got some big shipments coming this week, so we'll have all those back orders filled and have inventory in stock. Sightmark Wraiths. The Wraiths are in, both the HD 4-power and the 2-power. The Wraith 4Ks, there was a huge shipment of those, came in recently. We got a giant amount. We're filling all of our back orders. If you are on an Outdoor Legacy back order for a Wraith 4K and you haven't heard from us when this thing airs, please call or email us. Just give us a call, because we have contacted every person on that list multiple times, and we've got some guys we're having trouble getting a hold of via phone or email. So Wraith 4Ks are going to definitely look to be available this summer or this spring. Let me see. There's a few Pulsar units that are coming around. The iRay Ricos, they're in stock as of right now. The Envision, the Halo LRs are back in stock. The Nox 18s are in stock. The Nox 35s, we've only had one really good shipment of those. They have actually laid off the production of those for a couple months. Now they're focusing everything on the new Halo X's. So as of the recording of this, the only thing that is shipped so far is the Halo X 50s. The initial shipment of those just showed up last week. Halo X35s are supposed to be next. And then a few weeks after that, the Halo XRF, the granddaddy of them all. So basically, there's a lot more stuff. We have more stuff in stock today than we've had in, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years. I mean, really, I mean, the Pulsar, a lot of the monoculars are in stock, the Helion 2 XQs, a lot of the Axions, the Digexes. I feel like I'm leaving something out, but definitely there's a lot more coming into stock, which is a good thing. We like to have inventory and not just have these endlessly long back order lists, but there are still a lot of those. So anyway, that's just kind of an update on where things are. We're definitely moving in the right direction. I feel like we're going to do better and better as the seasonal slowdown happens, and I think we're kind of hopefully getting out of some of this coronavirus delays, and I hope to see production pick up. So I think we're moving in the right direction.
So if you're interested, if you heard a scope that you're interested on the list that Jason just read off, or if you are wondering about one, you can go check it out, outdoorlegacygear.com. And I know, 2 months ago, Jason and I would talk, and he was just, oh my gosh, Hans, how are we going to keep up with all these calls? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And now I can tell you feel, that your world is starting to come back more into balance, because if I call on Thursday around lunchtime, you're at the sale barn. That means Jason is in his happy place. His life is good and balanced. If he is at the sale barn on Thursday and he's able to eat his hamburger at the at the cattle show.
The cafe.
So things are getting better now.
Things are getting better.
Things are getting better.
It's still it's funny because you realize, I don't know if it's just how efficient we had become for the last 15 months or if it's just how used to it we were, but any slowdown feels like, golly, we're really slow, and then you look and you're like, well, we're really not really slow. It's just slower than it was. So it's actually been really welcomed.
Definitely. The scopes have still been going out. People, still record months every month. It's crazy.
It's exactly right. We're on our maybe 5th record month in a row. March was a record month. April was a record month. So we're still record months, but a lot of that, again, is this inventory coming in and getting caught up. So, Hans said it. Go to the website, check it out. If you see something that you're looking for and you go, oh, no, well, it's still out of stock, call us or send us an email. And, you might be surprised. A lot of these lists have gotten either really, really short or we're getting stuff in. I had a guy looking for a scope, and he sent an email and he goes, I know this is useless, but I'm just going to send you the email. Tell me how long the back order list is. And I was like, I'll have 20 of them tomorrow available. They're going to be delivered. And he was like, I can't believe it. So, he was expecting this big, long wait. So you never know. So definitely, hit us up.
So we have I was telling Jason before the show, this is a fun show. We've never had a topic show about this before. And next week, I think we're going to be getting back. We've got a review to do next week. So stay tuned on that. But we've got a topic show, and we're talking about pistols. We've never done a whole show about pistols before. And to tell you the truth, I own quite a few pistols, but I would not consider myself a pistol guy. Jason laughs at me when I tell him how little I go out and shoot my pistols. I love rifles. I've always been into rifles, and long rifles, bolt action rifles, AR rifles. They're just that's what I prefer. But I do have a collection of pistols that I carry. Jason's got his. We've kind of broken this down into some categories. So we're going to be talking about our favorite everyday carry pistols, the one that we carry on us at all times. Whether we're out doing whatever, grabbing hamburgers at the sale barn or at church with our families. I'm sure we all carry, but so our favorite everyday carry. Then we've got our favorite hunting sidearm. So when we're out hunting, what sidearm do we take? And then our favorite pistol overall, the one that, well, neither you and I don't have to impress ladies anymore, but when we want to impress our wives, we carry this pistol because we think it probably makes us look cool.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's our favorite.
Idea. I'm way past that.
Our favorite pistol. The one, if we're gonna dig into our collection and show, this is the one we're gonna be proudest about. So I'm going to let you start, Jason, because this first topic is we both carry the same thing. But the everyday carry, what is your everyday carry?
So before I tell you that, I'm gonna just talk quickly about my evolution of my everyday carry, because I've made the evolution, and I do want to talk about this. This is something that, but before I think we even get into this,
that's funny you said, because I'm gonna do my evolution, and I'm glad we're working backwards like this.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do this. So I also want to say one quick thing, because I know we're going to get some questions, and I know there's a lot of guys that, buddies of mine that, maybe they haven't carried, maybe they have their handgun license to do it, or maybe they're in a state where there's a constitutional carry, what have you. But there's a lot of guys carry in their truck. They don't carry on their person, and maybe they're thinking about doing it. And I always get the question, what should I carry? And I'm going to give you my quick tidbit on this. And Hans, I know we weren't talking about this, but I'm just going to give you my advice. My advice is to not decide what you're going to carry, but to decide where and how you're going to carry it.
Yeah.
And you might find out that where you want to carry it and the way you want to carry it doesn't work for you.
Right.
And everybody is different. And so the biggest mistake that I see people make is they go out and they put the cart ahead of the horse, and they spend all this time deciding, which pistol am I going to buy? Which one is it? And they buy it, they get it, and then they figure out they can't find a comfortable way to carry it. I think another mistake.
Yeah, and I've fallen into that same trap. You find you think the pistol you want, like, oh man, I like that. I like the way it looks. I like the caliber.
Yep.
And then you get it, and it's just not comfortable to wear it, and you don't end up carrying it because it's not comfortable. Yeah, I've done the same thing.
That's it. That's it right there. I've got so many buddies that have gone out, bought the pistol that they wanted. Man, they love it, and I can tell you where it's at. It's sitting in the console of their truck, or it's at their house because they can't comfortably carry it on them, or they can't conceal it, or they can't carry it for a long time. And so you've got to, it may take you a while. And I'll just tell you this, you may go through multiple holsters. You may go through multiple holsters for different locations. Yeah. And you're like, I'm spending all this money. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Because in the end, if you've got a good place that you can carry it, that is there. You've got that protection. It may save your life or somebody else's, but you can't do it if you got to go run to the truck to get it. So anyway, that's just my thing is figure out where you're going to carry it. If your buddy has got a pistol and some type of holster, check it out. Go to his place, put it on there, whether it's, whether it's appendix, whether it's in the pocket, whether it's in the boot, whether it's in the small of your back, whatever it is, try it. Just see how it works for you.
Yeah, that's good advice.
That's my 2 cents on that.
Very good advice.
I started years ago carrying, and the pistol that I can remember being one of the main pistols I carried for a long time was a little Ruger LCP 380, and I liked the pistol. I'm a small guy, okay? So it's not easy for me to conceal things unless I've got on like a heavy coat or something. And down here in East Texas, you're not wearing a heavy coat for many months at all. Yeah. So I've got to find a way to conceal it. So I'll just go ahead and talk about that. For me personally, I have to carry in my front right pocket. Okay, that's just the only way that I can do it, whether I've got on, well, most of the time it's going to be jeans, but if I'm at church, I might have on slacks. It's going to be in my front right pocket. Right. And I will be honest that thing can be printed sometimes, especially slacks on Sunday morning. You could probably print that and see. When I say print, meaning you get that outline and can kind of see that's a pistol. Mm-hmm. In my jeans, you probably could if you knew what you were looking for. I don't really care. I mean, I don't. I just, there was a time period, I think we're in Texas printing. If you could see it, that was actually illegal. You couldn't do that. Yeah. That law has been changed. But
I don't think it is what it is. You're the only one I know that carries a pistol in the front pocket. So I don't think anybody would realize it because everybody's like,
right.
no way is that guy
It
carrying
looks
a
like a
pistol in his
wallet.
pocket.
Yeah, you'd think it would be a wallet.
It looks
I mean,
like a wallet,
you're more self-conscious, or I guess I'm not now. I don't even think about it. I would have been initially more self-conscious than I would have been now. Yeah, somebody would think it's a wallet or whatever.
Most people assume you're carrying somewhere around your belt or your waist,
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I've tried it. I just can't find a comfortable way, and I can't find a way to conceal it. But so anyway, I'm going to make this I'm going to speed this up here because I know this will go long. But I used to carry a Ruger LCP for a long time. I really don't remember what I carried before that. But Ruger LCP, I never liked it. It has no safety, so it has a very long trigger pull. Mm-hmm. I was not accurate with that thing at all. I used to joke that the bullets must come out of that thing tumbling. And that long trigger pull, I actually videoed myself to see what I was doing. And I was actually pulling and then pulling down. I mean, it was my fault. I mean, it was a mistake. But that long trigger pull, I used to joke the trigger pull was so long that you'd have to pull it, take your other finger, hold it, and get another grip. So anyway, I moved from there to this is a little Glock. It's the Glock 42. It's their little 380. Mm-hmm. And I like Glocks. And so I liked this unit. It was a little big for my front pocket. I didn't like the way it felt, but I carried it. I did like, again, it was another 380. But it was concealable. And again, I do like the Glocks. I carried that for a little while, but then I moved to the Sig P238. Now, this is a sweet little handgun. This right here is it's on a mini 1911 frame. This thing is very small. It literally fits right in the palm of your hand. Again, it is also a 380. And I can tell you, out of every subcompact handgun that I've ever shot, I shoot the most accurate with this handgun. And I'm not saying it's just I'm not saying it's me, and I'm not saying it's just the quality of this. It may be the combination of that, but it fits me well. The 1911 frame is just nice. I love this pistol. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is just really, I don't know what it is. I can shoot this next to the Glock, and the Glock, I mean, it's not even anywhere near close to grouping like this. Again, I just think it fits me well. Now, I promise we're almost done. I really wanted to carry a 9mm, and I know a lot of guys. I'm gonna take this goes back to my beginning. Guys that will say, "Oh my gosh, a 380! You got to carry a 9. You got to carry a 45. You got to carry a 50 BMG, whatever it is." My feeling on this is simple: if you can't conceal it and you can't comfortably carry it, you won't. I would rather have a 380 than nothing.
Right.
I would rather have a 22 than nothing. Yeah. I mean, I don't care what, my point is that you can play this mine's bigger than yours game, but not all of us can conceal a 45.
Right.
Not all of us can easily conceal a 9. And so, just talking about this Glock 42 here, I tried the Glock 43, which is their 9. It was just a little too big. I could not conceal that. So, moving along, now I am carrying a 9mm, and this is the reason I got it. This is the Diamondback Db9 Gen 4. This is a sweet little pistol, and while I still love this Sig P238, and I have to be honest, it's still my favorite, this is a 9mm, and I did want to carry a 9 if I could. This thing is a sweet shooting little pistol. It is very small, very lightweight. I'm going to try to hold this up and see if you can see. I mean, it is just almost the same exact size as this 380 Sig, and I just absolutely love this pistol. So that is what I carry, yep. And I know somebody's going to ask, this is what I carry it in. It is just a small kind of a sticky type holster. So when I put that in my front jeans pocket and I go to pull this out, the holster will stay in there. And that is, again, how I carry it. I know a lot of people can't imagine carrying the front pocket. Like I said, it's what works for me, though. So that is That's where I carry.
Yeah, you say you're a little guy, so you can't carry anything too big. Well, I'm a big guy, and I can't carry anything too big because I don't have a lot of room in my clothes to hide stuff. So I got to carry a little pistol also. So I fall in the category. Jason, thank you for that, and with your great synopsis of why people should buy and how people should buy. So I was one of the guys that you talked about that thought that, man, I wanted to carry a Glock, because the reputation. And
a Desert Eagle.
I carry, I bought my first Glock 15 years ago. But that when I first got my concealed handgun license, that's what I wanted to carry. So I went out and purchased. This is the Glock 27. This is the 40 caliber subcompact, and obviously it is a smaller frame than the full size Glock. So I thought, well, subcompact. That means I can easily carry it. Will be comfortable. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, fully loaded, that thing's pretty heavy still. It is. I mean, yes, it's smaller than the full size, but it's still pretty big, pretty heavy. If you're hanging it on your belt loop and you're inside your waist, it was not comfortable for me to carry. Whether it be in the small of my back, it just was not comfortable. So I didn't carry it. I didn't carry a pistol for a long time because of it. So I gone through several handguns before I found this one, but the one that is my everyday carry is this same as Jason, the DB9 Gen 4. As y'all know, I use a lot of Diamondback rifles. They came out with this, and I was like, man, it's a 9mm. It's very thin, very lightweight, and this is something I can probably carry. I wanted at least a 9mm caliber. And Jason saw mine and liked it, and wanted to. He was looking for a 9mm. Ended up getting one also, but I went with the green frame on it.
I forgot you had the green.
Yeah, I got the green, and I've got this little clip right here, and I carry mine on the inside of my boot. That's where I prefer to carry it. I know I'm probably not going to be as quick draw as Jason, but at least I got something on me. I'm not the guy. I tell you, I'm not a pistol guy. I'm not the guy that's in the front of the mirror like testing how quick I can draw, and I probably should be practicing, but I don't. I'm out hunting hogs and coyotes, and I'm not practicing with my pistol. But I love this DB9 Gen 4. It is so small, so lightweight, and man, it was
they're dirt cheap. It's the cheapest thing.
$230, $250 at the most, maybe.
Yep. They're cheap,
very inexpensive, and perfect for what I wanted to do with carrying. So
it is. It's a cheap pistol, and I say cheap, I mean price wise. Mm-hmm. But this little unit is well made. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm going to just tell you the truth. It feels as good as this Glock. I mean, I really, really like it. Again, I mean, I for the size and the weight, I really like that. It's a 6+1, and man, that's a nice little pistol for the money. I mean, it is cheap. And this little Sig P238, it's not cheap. This is an expensive little pistol as subcompacts go. But again, I wanted it in a 9, and I go back to. And, talking like Hans, he says he carries that in his boot. I know there's going to be comments. Oh, my gosh, you carry that in your boot. You'll never get to it. Well, again, what's the alternative? If he can't find somewhere else to carry it to please someone else, not carry it in his boot, he's going to stick it in his waistband. It's going to be uncomfortable, or he can't conceal it. He's going to pull it out, and he's going to leave it in his truck.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Nobody no good.
Yeah.
You've got to carry where it's comfortable for you. And again, if you're carrying a 380 because that's all you can conceal and that's what you've got, don't let these other guys wear you out about it. I mean, it's none of their business, and that's just the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I see these guys on Instagram posting videos of themselves like practicing drawing their weapon and how quick they can do it, and it's impressive. I mean, it takes a lot. It takes a lot of practice. I should probably do that. I'm not that guy, but the guys that are out there doing it and the ladies that are out there doing it, it's impressive, and I think that it's something practice that's well worth it, but just not in the front for me. So.
I practice. I don't practice as like those folks as much as a lot of them do, but I do practice some. And
well, you promised to upload a video on Instagram next time. You just video yourself practicing drawing.
I don't practice in front of anybody, so I'm not even. Nobody's going to see me out there pulling my weapon.
So, all right. What everybody's wanting to know, though, Jason, the big hog killer. What do you take with you out in the field? A lot of people call these the finisher. You don't want to waste your expensive ammo on your rifle ammo, or you get up to the hog and realize that it's still got some life left in it. What's your finisher? What is your hog hunting or your hunting sidearm?
What I like to carry is this Glock 19. Mm-hmm. So I'm a Glock fan as well. I've got I've got two 19s and I've got two 23s. The 19s are the mid-size 9mm, and then the 23 is the mid-size 40. Looks just like this, same frame. And I really like to carry this. This is 9mm. That is my preferred hog killer. But and I'm going to carry it in a Phobos holster. All right. Paddle holster right there on my waistband. But the problem is that thing's heavy. Again, I already told you I'm a small guy. So what a lot of times I'll do, depending on how hot it is or how far I'm walking, if I'm not going to be going a long ways, then I'll carry that. If I am, then I will carry this little Glock 42-380 also in a Phobos on my waistband. And that's one of the two of normally what I'll carry. I know people are like, 380 to finish off hogs. Again, it's better than me. Yeah, it's better than walking up there and wasting 6.5 Grendel ammo at point blank range, which I hate doing. I've got a bunch of 380 ammo. I'd rather blow through a bunch of that than and I don't like having to shoot my rifle that close.
I don't
either.
It's
sometimes
I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it. I'd
nervous.
much rather take a pistol. Me too.
So I'm going to get so much crap for this on the comment section of the video. But man, I love single action revolvers. And I saw Jason, he went out and bought a what brand is it? Heritage? I haven't even looked at it.
Heritage, whatever. Heritage Rough Riders, what they're called. Yeah. They are the El Cheapo of Cheapo 20. They're the 22 pistol revolvers. They're a copy of the Rugers. That's what they are. Yeah. They're just the cheap copy of the Ruger 22 pistols. So but they're like, what did we pay for those things?
We got them on sale for $100.
Yeah, we got them on sale for $99 a piece.
And you bought two of them, and then I was like, I've got to go get two of these. So I bought two, and this is one I changed out the. I changed it. It came in a 22 LR chambered whatever, or I don't even call it wheel.
The cylinder. The cylinder,
yeah.
There you go.
Love pistols. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah. So I changed it out to a 22 Win Mag, and so just a little bit higher caliber. But I've finished off a lot of hogs with this. Now I'll tell you what. I do not get up close on a hog if I know for sure, or if it still looks like it's going to jump up and move. I will not get up close to it until I know it's safe. But if I get up there and I can tell that it's still got some life left in it, this 22 Win Mag, I tell you, it's pretty awesome. Like I said, it's finished a lot of hogs. I love carrying a single action revolver. Makes me feel like John Wayne when I'm out in the field. And this thing has had a lot of nights under its belt with this leather holster. Same with Jason's got the same leather holster too. I think we ordered from the same place.
Yeah.
But I loved carrying this thing, and I tell you what though, this sucker is loud. It is loud. With that mag cylinder in there, it is loud. It's loud as it is with just a 22 with a long rifle, but man, that mag. The reason why I carried it, first of all, again, I like single action revolvers, but ammo at the time, I've got a bunch of 22, Win Mag that I've stocked up on just because I had this pistol, but bought a bunch of it. I've got it. It's not 6.5 Grendel round that I'm wasting, or it's 6.5 Creedmoor or 308, whatever I'm shooting at the time. So I just like carrying it. Like I said, I feel like John Wayne. I mean, a lot of people would not take a 22 out in the field as a finisher, but it's worked well for me. I've only had one hog jump up after shooting it, and I had to check my underwear because it did that. I shot it with that 22. It jumped up and reared up at me, and I hopped, skipped, and jumped as quick as I could, which was probably not very quick, but yeah, it's a fun gun to shoot too.
I do. I like that. I shoot that pistol more than any other pistol. I keep one of those on my Ranger, and it just sits there in that holster on my seat. And I've also got some rat shot that I'll keep there. I'll keep it loaded up with long rifles, but if I see like a snake or something, a lot of times I'll stick those in there because I got a better chance of hitting it. And I'll also carry it like if I'm on the tractor, especially in the summer, if I'm bush hogging or doing something like that, I'll carry it because a lot of times there's rats, when you start mowing, see them, or snakes. So I'll carry that with me on the tractor. The kids love to shoot it. I mean, those are fun little pistols. And, again, they're cheap, but gosh, we're never going to, for that money, it's well worth it.
Yeah. So we're going to move into the last category, our favorite overall pistol. Jason, I'm going to lead it this time because I'll let you go first.
Right. Favorite overall pistol is really hard for me. I do not consider myself a pistol guy.
So exactly, I'm the same way. But I went into a store and I made an impulse buy because I saw this pistol in the case and fell in love with it instantly. So my favorite overall pistol, the one that if I wanted to impress somebody, they probably wouldn't be very impressed by it. But
I thought you just said you were going to let me go first.
No, I said I was going to go first.
Say that?
I'll go first.
You were going to let me go first. I'm sorry. Okay, I was confused.
That's all right. This is the Sig P238 9mm full size.
Yeah.
It's I guess coyote tan, or I don't know, desert tan, whatever color, whatever name they give it. But it's got a red dot Leupold reflex looking sight on it, Leupold, same color as the barrel, and I just love this pistol. I carried it for a long time out hog hunting too, but it comes with 2 magazines, 21 plus 1 magazines, so that's, you can get the extended magazine for it. But this is just, I love the way this pistol looks. It feels good, shoots good. Sig, they did a great job with this P320, and it looks great just because it's not black, like all the other pistols I have, other than my Diamondback, but most of the other pistols I have are just black. And I like the way this thing looks. I think it fits good in your hand too. It's that pistol. Full size.
Yeah, I like those Sigs. Yeah. They're nice. So
what you got?
I would say this. I do not consider myself a pistol guy, and I say that I own a lot of pistols, but I just own them, but I don't feel like I am a big pistol guy, and it's really hard for me to say which one I like the most overall, because I've kind of already told you, I really like my Sig P238 for carrying. I like the way it shoots, I like the way it feels, but I really wanted the 9. So I think when I say, again, for carrying, gosh, I really like this DB9. I think if you just forced me and said, forget, just take out the concealing it, then probably I'm going to have to go with one of my Glock 19s. I really like the Glock 19. I carry one in, I've got a bag in my truck, which is kind of like a go bag. It's got, everything in it that I think that I would need in just a quick emergency if I had to grab that. My wife has one as well in her vehicle, and we both carry a 19. And so I really, really do like it. Like I said, I've got the 23s, which that's just the 40 caliber version. I like those, but I really prefer the 9mm.
Right.
So if you forced me looking at what's on this table here, plus, I don't know. Even the little cheap 22s we're talking about. I shoot that more than anything, but I think I would have to say it'd probably just be my Glock 19. I know there's a lot of guys on here that are going to be 1911 guys. My brother is a huge 1911 guy. He owns all kinds of very nice, Wilson Combats, Colt Commanders, all these nice 1911s, and I like them. They're really big. They're really heavy for me, those full size.
Yeah.
And so I think that, again, maybe if I was a little bit of a bigger guy, I might like those a little bit more. But anyway, so that's my 2 cents on it. But if I could only carry one thing, it'd probably be my Glock, full size, or not full size, but mid size.
Yeah. Well, you've heard it here, folks. This is what we carry. This is what we like. This is what we carry out in the field. All these pistols, like I said, this is the only show that we've ever done dedicated 100% to pistols. We've talked about sidearms in the past, but I think you and I, since the last time we've talked about pistols, have gotten some new ones. I actually have 2 of the pistols that you saw here today were ones that have been new, gosh, probably within the last at least year. I mean, so it's always fun to get a new pistol, but we are not pistol guys, like we said, and we like to shoot rifles and hunt and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, thank you all for joining us this week. This has been episode 157 Late Night Vision Show. If you want to find more past episodes of the podcast, you can find them all on the latenightvision.show.com. And if you are interested in purchasing any night vision or thermal optic, you can always hop on the website outdoorlegacygear.com, or you can call 877-350-1818. We'd be happy and proud to assist you in taking the confusion out of night vision and thermal optics. If you want to find Jason on Instagram or Facebook, it's Outdoor Legacy Gear. If you want to find him on YouTube, it's Outdoor Legacy Gear as well. If you want to find me, you can find me on YouTube at Hans ETX. That's Hans ETX. I will be releasing a video this week, and again, this is the beginning of May 2021. But putting out my review of the Rattler TS25 and Rattler TS35, the full review and first hunt. So you can check that out very soon, and you can find me on Instagram at Hans ETX on the Instagram, on the Insta. So go check me out there.
Instagram. All right, folks. Well, we enjoyed this show. We hope y'all did. It's a fun show, something different to talk about. And again, if you don't agree with us, no problem.
we are not handgun experts, but
well, I'll tell you what, and we'll end on this. Hans keeps saying, we're not pistol guys. I wouldn't say we're rifle guys either. I'd say what we are is hunters. Yeah. And so we hunt a lot.
That's, we use. You're exactly right, because our rifles are definitely not trophies. We're not into putting a ton of accessories on them, because we use them a lot. I mean, they are instruments and tools for sure.
That's exactly how we see it. I mean, and again, to each their own. We're not reloaders. We're not bench shooters. So we just see them as another tool. I mean, I don't mean to, I treat them better than I treat my shovel. But, to be honest with you, it's still just a shovel, and my rifles are tools. These pistols are tools. And while I enjoy them and I enjoy hunting with them, or having them for protection, or, I don't mind just going and shooting every once in a while, but just shooting for fun. I'd say this: we will practice, but I just don't go shoot for fun. There's a difference, So anyway, that's our 2 cents on that. And, use whatever you like and whatever works best for you. Hope you enjoyed the show. We plan on being back here next week. We should have a review for you if all goes as planned. And folks, between now and then, we hope that y'all will stay safe in the fields and keep making those bacon pancakes.